Hello and welcome back to Hoi 4, Equestria War, the Kingdom of Aquileia under Vivienne, Discret. And in today's episode, we're gonna try not to die, basically. That's the strategy for this episode, I wanna say. It's a very in-depth, important strategy that I'm hoping will work out. I'm really hopeful for it, you know. There we go. Let's throw out these guys. You know, I'm actually gonna put you in that group because they're that spot, and I feel like they need this the most. Yeah. What? No. Delete that. We do not need my troops just running backwards each time. Oh boy. Alright, you just go into them, sure, why not? Whatever. Get me more troops! ASAP! The Petit Naval Plan. As directed by our government, the Aquilian Admiralty is holding a conference to discuss the future of the Navy, chaired by Admiral Fiat. The most distinguished officers, theorists, and bureaucrats of the naval establishment have come together to devise a strategic plan for the development, training, and supply of our ships and sailors. The most significant point of the contention is the country's concept of operations for the fleet. With only limited resources, they must determine what approach would work best. We want, we're gonna want trade, trade in that one. What option makes us die the least? Okay, that's what one I vote for. Okay, got it. Good. Thank you. Thank you. I graciously accept your troops. Absolutely graciously. Cool. Whatever. Don't care. Look, I'm gonna try this. If I completely fail, I'm gonna reload that old save. But I'm gonna give it a shot at least. I'm gonna try to pull this around without reloading saves. For once. The third branch of the military. Though our wings have carried us throughout history, it is clear that these new aerial weapons are neither a fad nor pointless. They will be a fundamental part of future weaponry, and we must make sure to face the challenges that wait us with one united doctrine. Yeah, woo, cool, whatever, don't care. Cool, throw out you guys, whatever, go there, sure. Definitely abandon that spot, whatever. Sure. Abandon that. No one cares about them. Okay, I do want you to go there, though. There we go. Great. I think it's time to reload the save. Go ahead and make an end. You know, this is the end of one scenario. The end of, you know, a big talking, bad, didn't work out, Aquileia falls, Griffoni Empire wins. That's the end of scenario 1. The end of scenario 1 is complete failure for the Kingdom of Aquileia, and it goes into complete collapse. And yeah, that's what happens in that scenario. Now let's move on to a different scenario. Yes. Now we will move on to a different scenario where things do not turn out that way, and things turn out better, hopefully. That's what I say. Yes. That's what will happen. This is not the right save, I don't think. I don't. Okay, come on, Vanos, let's go. Come on, let's get to it. Come on, I don't remember the exact words. Yeah, Vominos, let's go. Yeah, I think it's this save. Yeah, it's this save. Honestly, I think I'm gonna not deploy these. Yeah, and just have the extra manpower up front. I think that might, in the end, actually be the right way to do it. Sadly. And also, I'm actually gonna make my war goal. I don't know if this will actually change much, but I'm gonna actually make it to push this way, because this is the direction of their capital. So I'm gonna tell them that's the main war goal direction. And now we do it again, but this time, hopefully, we actually do good. That's what I say. We do it again, but good. I want to get down to that as fast as I can. Alright, I've already done that. This time, I think instead of losing, we should try winning. I think that might be the better strategy. Also, Skyfall, you're doing worse this run, which is annoying. Can you not do that? I think I'm also going to immediately just go up to service by requirement and just not care about like trying to even it out by going to globalization and like helping the economy. Who cares? We need the recruitable population. Yep, I'm doing that immediately, and that's just how it's gonna be. Now I think Griffonian Republic is actually doing better right now. So I think they've just decided to focus more over here than up there this time. Yep, and they're doing their war over there again. Cool. Immediately go up into that. Immediately. Right this moment. We are doing that right now. And I want to push right in here and try to go for like an encirclement immediately, if we can. Okay, whatever. Just push. Go. I'm sorry if I'm quite quiet this episode. I'm just really trying to focus right now. Because it's something I've heard, Chugga Conroy calls it this. I don't know how many of you know Chugga Conroy, but childhood classic, love his YouTube content, yada yada, does a whole bunch of different styles. But anyways, he calls it I don't know how many people call it this, but he calls it the Let's Player's Curse, where basically when you're focusing on commentary and trying to at least sound alright in commentating, your ability to play the game diminishes heavily. And I think that's true for me, especially because of how much my content is focused on the reading. I think my playing skills are actually legitimately quite a bit lower when I'm recording than I'm doing single player, because I'm focusing so much on just, oh, I gotta pause, okay, oh, combat's still going, whatever, I gotta read the event, and all that sort of stuff, that it really distracts me from actually playing the rest of, like, the game part, like, this part of the game. And, like, focusing on what I need to do, what would be a good strategy, yada yada, because it's just not what I'm focusing on. Because at this point now I can just straight up get those out if I like to try to upgrade my last unit because I actually did the smart thing and just went straight for that, so. Alright, I'm just gonna set you guys to force attack because I can barely afford to do that once, so I might as well go for it. Just get some more offensive breakthrough in. Hey, it's Greenback. I have good memories in Yale. Real good memories. Not right now. Right now I want to get to total mobilization before this war ends. Thank you. And from the looks of it, legitimately, all I really needed to do was just get more manpower before the war started. Like, simple as that. Like, get more manpower before you go to war, stupid. Like, that's it. Simple as that. Alright. Next I want to go... Oh, pff, I can't even go up to total mobilization. Because they're too weak now. Well, that's slightly annoying, but oh well. It happens. Sure. Man, why didn't I just do this the first time? Alright, there we go. Now I've got that. So now I'm actually probably going to go back down to extensive conscription since I can't go up to total mobilization. Yeah, that just made this infinitely easier, huh? That is genuinely all I needed to do. Just actually get more manpower. That's it. Well understood. I'll remember that for the future. Now, please push into the province that I need. That is barely defended. Sure. The war's literally about to end, but you can join. Why not? You're just joining so you can hang out in my victory parade. Yay! We did it! Yeah, I think I deserve it all, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I did do all the work, to be fair. Proclaim the Empire's defeat. The Impuritants! Man, that was really so much easy. I cannot get over how much easier that was. Like, what? That genuinely felt like incredibly easy. After, like, a pain the last one was. Like, that seriously just was weird how easy that was in comparison. Like, seriously? Okay. La Imperatrice. Vivienne strode slowly and proudly down the red carpet towards her throne. Chevaliers lined the carpet on both sides, letting her pass under the arch of their swords, and behind them hundreds of nobles stood, their claws filled with the air, with applause, along with the triumph anthem played by the orchestra. Reaching the throne, she stepped up towards it and turned around to face the crowd. She saw the politicians and nobles that had advised and aided her since the very start, the generals who had carried her armies to victory, the heroes who had fought the revolutionaries under her father. All those who had been part in her rise were present, and she smiled. My subjects, loyal servants of Aquileia, today a new era dawns over our fair nation, an era unrivaled in all our history. No longer shall we ever bow to any foreign monarch, nor shall we share in the glory that is ours by right. Those who presume to challenge us lie broken, and the world knows of our power. The cheering resounded through the throne room. Woo! Yeah, woo! As the prelate of Aquileia came up to her, holding a red pillow with a crown on it. It was not the royal Aquilian crown, though. This crown was bigger than it was, and the masterful craftsmanship made it seem wholly made from gems, with only slender threads of gold dancing around them to hold them in place. Taking the crown, Vivienne slowly placed the crown on her head. No longer was she merely the Queen of Aquileia, she was its empress. No longer was her family overshadowed by the Grovers. They stood victorious over them and claimed a position as their equal. As she stood in triumph, Charles Gillard Ferdinand, her distant relative, stood up from a seat in front of her, proudly declaring, "Citizens of Aquileia, your new empress!" With the declaration, planes flew overhead, and cannons fired blanks from behind her. If only her father could see her now. At the front row, General Shaco raised her hoof in the air, yelling out, "Viva l'Imperatubs! Viva Aquileia!" She did not cry alone for long, for the entire crowd joined in to shake the throne room with their cries. We are the Empress of Aquileia. And we put some person in charge. I don't know. There's someone. Hersland Blues. Aquilian occupation forces are facing open rebellion as mass resistance roils the whole countryside. Aquilian soldiers face multiple assaults a day, and fear pervades the streets. Yeah, that honestly does make sense that would happen, but, you know, you just gotta deal with it, you know? Yeah. Just deal with it. A barony for the Grovers. Some 300,000 inhabitants in a region dominated by lush forests, one major mining town, and an estate overlooking the Grifking River. It was no wonder that the Grovers had named this region the King's Realm and kept it as their personal summer retreat. Yet the region was largely undeveloped, and it had little in the way of actual wealth. Natural beauty did not produce taxes. All in all, it was a perfect last stop for our family's greatest rivals. There was an unspoken rule among all those of higher birth, and that was that you did not kill your fellow nobles. To lift your claw against them set a bad precedent, and Vivienne was not going to ignore that rule, even when it came to the Grovers. Thankfully, the last Grover was still an impressionable child, and with the right upbringing, he'd not be a threat to her rule. The name change for the realm was a simple matter, Groverwald. It sounded rural, almost quaint. It was not a name that inspired respect. Baron Grover of Groverwald would obviously need to stay at his estate under heavy guard, as these were dangerous times. That would mean he could not build the kind of contacts among the nobility that would make him dangerous. In the end, he'd sadly be little more than a country bumpkin of a noble, with few influential friends and only a glorious past to his name. Signing the document, Vivienne made it official. There were pleasures he could indulge in over there. The woods were calming and the nature was beautiful. Perhaps he would develop a passion for painting or writing. Whatever he does, he is out of Her Majesty's hair. I mean, he probably will. In stories where, you know, I've done 2 paths. One is Yale, one is, actual, you know, Griffonian Empire on this channel. And he does seem like a pretty artistic youth. So, you know, he probably will become like an artist or writer or something like that. Why wouldn't he? He definitely seems like he'd be the type. And here's our focus tree. Vivilla Imperatits! The showdown between the Hersland and the Aquileia will go down in history as one of the most seminal events on the continent. Land of the Grovers now lie broken before the Queen's armies, and Her Majesty now controls not only Aquileia, but the entirety of the Hersland as well. To rule such a realm demands more than a queen. Aquileia shall now see its first empress. But before we continue on and go down to become a kingdom in our own right. Kingdom, I mean, we have a queen right now, so I guess kind of queen, whatever. But for now, I think this is a good time to go ahead and end this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button. And, as always, peace.